So is the agent who you're interviewing to potentially sell your house, are they just agreeing with you, or are they telling you what they were asked to do, to give you a professional opinion of the market and what potentially their property can generate? I'm Sergej from neuHouzz team. Let me share with you a situation that took place this week. It happens regularly on pretty much most of the listing appointments, where I understand that the seller wants the highest dollars generated from that sale. I'm one of those sellers. I own the house. I would feel the same way. But at the same time, if the agent is only telling you what you want to hear and agreeing with you on the number that you are sharing, that you want to sell this property for, I don't believe that they are doing their job. You see, there's many agents who potentially will be hesitant to tell you that your property unfortunately doesn't worth X amount of dollars as you as a seller, as a homeowner feel, because they don't want to lose the listing. So they would sometimes, in some instances, they would just agree with you. And if they, if you like them, then you have a relationship, they move forward, list the property. So often when it's that kind of a scenario, the property actually sells for substantially less than it should have been. And the reason it is because it sits on the property, it sits on the property, it sits on the property. Too many days on market, buyers start to wonder what the hell happened. Why is this property not selling? Must be something wrong with that. And it is a statistics that you get less money for your property that way. Now, an interesting situation from my experience this week is that I was talking to the sellers and they said, well, a husband communicating with me, and he says, my wife, when she mentioned that we want to get 1.3 for our property, the agent they didn't dispute it. That was the words of husband. The agent didn't dispute it. And I just left it alone. I paid attention, put it in the back of my head. And then 45 minutes later, when I actually helped them understand how I would see the value of the property by taking the number of acres that they own, the house, the type of house that they own, and then maybe marrying that together and coming up with a very tight price range within like $50,000 that, this is your price range to be listed. We kind of ended up below $1 million, where initially the agent suggested there was 1.3 value of that property. Well, you see the difference, that it's substantial. And when I actually explain that properly and help them understand and help them see where I'm coming from, and then also, of course, I had proof where I had showed the listings that are active and then the listings that are sold in the last 6 months in that particular area. That's helped the seller see the bigger and more accurate picture. But 45 minutes in the conversation after they said that the agent didn't dispute 1.3, the seller shared with me and said, well, it's kind of interesting, yeah, because initially the agent said it was $1 million property, but then, when we talked a little bit more, then came up, and when we told them how much money we want to have in our pocket after the sale is done, then plus include the commission, marketing fee, we ended up at 1.3. Hold on a second. How does that work? How does the agent in the conversation goes from 1 million to 1.3, guys? To be honest, I actually embarrassed to say that there's agents that would do that, but it's in any profession, there's people that maybe just perform poorly. And I'm not saying anything about anyone. I'm just giving you guys a heads up. Have your antennas up on the back of your head. Pay attention. Is the agent being truthful and honest without any kind of fear of losing the listing because they're going to come in lower than the other agent who is trying to just basically earn the listing? So use your intuition, pay attention, reflect who's leading the conversation. Is the agent, asking good questions, trying to learn about you, and then also giving you the information that you need to have in your hand to make decisions to move forward in your life? Or are they just agreeing? They just want to waste your time. So guys, I hope this is helpful. I know it's a tough topic, and there's a lot of good agents out there who are full of integrity, who want to help people like you either to buy or to sell. Just interview multiple and then figure out which one is good for you. If you need help with anything ever about real estate in the South Okanagan market, give a neuHouzz team a call. We'll look after you. Bye for now.